to Chewing the Fat. My name is Luke. Let's chew the fat. Okay. Right. Before we begin, do you want to tell the peeps what we've been up to this week? It won't be a long conversation. Pal World, a bit more Pal World, a little bit of Helldivers, and some more Pal World. Yeah, very, very minute sprinkling of Helldivers too, with a large heap full of Pal World. No, I'm trying not to be as salty with that now, but it's difficult. It's difficult, I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't bother me anymore, because as soon as we get Kurt and Kiko playing, you got two other people to blow up. So, I'll be happy. Okay, apparently... Wait, we have a technical issue. I found the technical issue. Say something. There we go. Yeah. I did not connect your mic. So everyone who's just missed that bit of the conversation, I will recap. We've been playing Pal World a lot. We played Helldivers 2, and Booker blew me up.
And I was trying to make you salty, and I'm just going to go for you every time.
Okay, that's the way we're going to hear it. All right, okay. Should we get to the questions then, you little cunt? I mean, Bucks?
Yep.
Right,
yep.
Let's do this then. Right. Oh, every time I comb my beard, my wife's hair invades my beard. Every time. Right, okay, right. Spin the wheel! Oh, God. What's the most interesting coincidence that's ever happened to you?
Don't know. I hardly have. I was going to say I didn't do anything to have coincidences happen.
Oh, no, because I can't think of anything else. So I'm just going to move on to the next question because that's way too much of a question for the first question. Here we go. Top 3 bands you have seen. So not the ones you're going to see, the ones you have seen.
No, it clearly says have in the question being...
Yeah, I know. And the last time we spoke about this, you argued the fuck about what's coming up in a couple of months, so...
Do what I want.
Fucking boy. That fucking bit. Right. Answer the question, boy. First?
Yes.
In no particular order, Black Sabbath. Do you want to go one each, one at a time again, or do you want me to just ramble off my list?
I've got one at least. Favorite or a band I have seen that I've enjoyed at least. Hinge. Yeah. Small band. They're just so interestingly weird.
Fair, that's how I describe you to all my friends.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome, mate. Excuse me. Second for me, Five Finger Death Punch. That's my second.
My second would be Vampire Weekend.
Good band. Good band. They are a good band. A few honourable mentions. Alice Cooper. Maiden. I mean, I've seen Floyd, but not the real Floyd. It's been like Copycat Floyd. I want to mention the Rock Hero Picture Show because I saw that live and that was technically music. My number one, though, Electric Light Orchestra, ELO. They were awesome. Absolutely awesome.
The Levelers.
The Levelers. That I did not expect from you. Okay. Not my type of music, but...
They are good live.
I respect it.
In my opinion.
I respect
it. It's not a band I'd have on my phone and listen to whenever. But if... Okay, we'll skip to the next one.
I want to do this question.
No, we kind of just skipped to this question.
In the background, I'm going to let you finish before I even speak about it.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm done. But yeah, I'm not sure
About that.
I don't know.
Anyway, minor tantrum later. If a genie gave you 3 wishes, which wishes would you choose? You cannot choose infinite wishes.
I was gonna say,
That's off the table.
Is this a obvious? You can't wish for more wishes. You can't wish for someone to fall in love with you. You can't wish for death. Type thing. But in this scenario,
You call it wish of a death. I call it Monday. Yeah, in this scenario, you can't wish someone to drop dead. You can't, because that'll be all my 3 wishes gone. You can't wish for more wishes. What 3 wishes would you wish for? You first.
a notepad.
A notepad.
I'm going somewhere with this. Let me cook. Are we doing it one in after the other?
As in, okay, my one.
Let me cook with this at least then.
Jackpot lottery win. Instantly. That'd be my first wish. Go on. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to see where this notepad's going.
Before I do this, this is cooking to. Well, this is obviously the fact that if I don't have it, which currently I don't, the 3 things I'm gonna say. So yeah, my second one would be a pen.
Say I want all of this and give him a list. I'm going to throw something at you when I next see you. You do realise that, don't you?
Yeah,
You can't do that. You only have 3 wishes. Now do it properly.
In my defense,
We already said you can't have more than 3. You're trying to change the rules.
technically, then when I write everything down on it and I want all of that to come true, that is technically 3 wishes.
I will use my wife against you the next time we see you.
In my defense,
Do not make me unhook the Kayla. Do not make me do that.
Technically, that's only 3 wishes.
I'd like to point out for everyone who's watching, Kayla's my wife, and she is, in the nicest way possible, with all the love in my heart, a thermonuclear warhead on legs. So, when I say I'm going to unhook her, I am going full for the weapons of mass destruction. I'm not even going to injure you. This is not going to be a surrender. I'm going for full death if you carry this on. Do you understand that? I will poison your fucking beer with tequila.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Oh, you're so getting poisoned with tequila. My second one, which would be logical, would be a 4-bedroomed house.
Small.
I would like to point out that I do want that in a specific area. I don't want it in like the middle of Liverpool. I live on the south coast of England. That's a bit of a fucking journey away. What's your first wish?
Okay, I'm gonna bullshit you with another technicality.
God's sake.
Go back as the age I am now and just have a day with my dad.
Okay, I'm not going to unleash the Kyla for that one because that's the nice wish.
Technically, I'm not wishing for someone to be alive.
You're wishing for a dad, yeah. Okay, I'll let you off with that one. You survived this time. My first wish.
Well, your last
my main wish. I mean, that's the thing. Once you've got a jackpot lottery win and a decent sized house, what the hell else do I need? I could buy everything I need. What do I wish? I'm probably going to go the same route as you and wish I could go back and spend a day with my granddad. Or my Aunt Rose, one of the two. As I am now. That would be mine. Wow, we ended morbid on that one then. That went from really happy, really jokey to depressed.
Give me 2 other ones now, since technically
to be
I'm not allowed a pen and a notepad to then write stuff I want down.
Right, I'd like to point out, Cockwomble, that at the start of this question, your exact words were, "Let's mate thought we can't do 1,000,000 wishes." That was the first thing you said. Jack, what you been doing with the wish list, you bellstrap? Oh, you are such a pancake.
They were 3 wishes. I'm not wishing for more wishes. I'm using the allotted 3 wishes.
So many insults I can throw at you right now.
It's only because you didn't like my technicalities.
Didn't, because you changed the rules. What's your other 2
What?
wishes, you cockwomp? Just get to the point!
Obviously, a nice sized house, 3 to 4 bed like you, with all the amenities I want. And
Burger King downstairs.
yes,
You get Elvis Presley that shit.
no. Yes, just not with Burger King.
Okay, who would you have?
KFC.
KFC, yes!
KFC,
Yeah.
Nando's,
I'm surprised you
big,
wouldn't have Five Guys.
I prefer chicken over burgers.
I was trying to make that a sexual innuendo then. You just killed it.
Jokes
Thanks, man.
Joke's on you. I wasn't going to let you have that joke.
Alright, what's your other wish? You got one more.
Be
Technically speaking, I would.
successful building. A successful building.
Successful
owner.
building is just a building that is remaining standing. That's all that is.
No, I meant to say businessman.
Oh, okay, a successful businessman. Okay, that makes more sense. You want to be a successful building.
I want to be a successful building.
Right, are we okay to move on now?
Yes. No.
Too late.
Yes.
You sensitive little wet wipe. What's the most bizarre food you've ever tried, and did you like it? I have an instant answer for this. A couple of honorary mentions, but I do have an instant answer for this.
Go on then.
Honorary mentions first.
You can.
Honorary mentions alligator meat. That was weird.
Never tried alligator meat. Apparently, it tastes like chicken. Always like chicken.
Exactly so, but all right. But my main one would be frog's legs.
Ugh.
And the answer to the second part of the question, no. I did not like it. They were fucking horrible. Oh,
I was
no.
gonna say,
All right, if I shoot off for 2 minutes and I just go blank on... Actually, I might just hit the pause button because I've still got a parcel coming in. I don't want... Yeah, carry on. Sorry. What was your most bizarre food?
I can't remember exactly how to pronounce it. Shake and bake, shark and bake, something like that.
Shake and bake.
Yeah. Some meat in batter.
Oh,
Was it-
yeah. And you found... What did you think of it? It's meat and butter.
I mean, that's the weird thing. I don't like batter.
You.
I've not found somewhere that does it nicely. It's either been too oily.
When we go Blues game, there's a chip shop around the corner of the ice rink where I used to live that do the best battered sausage you'll ever have in your lifetime. Honestly. It's like that. So nice. Dip that motherfucker in curry sauce, you'll be well away. Okay, next question. If you could eliminate one chore or task from your life forever, what would it be? So
Tidy.
Tidy.
Simple.
Honestly, sleeping.
That's also a good one.
I could get so much more done if I didn't need to sleep. Sleep is a hindrance at this point in my life.
True.
The little sleep I do get, it's a hindrance.
Mm.
That was quite a small one, so moving on. To anyone who's watching in the chats, if you've got a question that you want to ask, it doesn't matter how random. It could be anything like we've done, or something like who would win a vampire and a dragonfly. Put it in the chat, we'll answer it. It'll be our opinion, so it might not be right. What's the best piece of advice you've ever received, and did you follow it? We've done this question before.
Yes, we have.
So I'm removing that one and carrying on, because we did that one last week. What's the most valuable lesson you've learned from a friend?
Don't date that one girl.
Funny enough, I was going to say a similar one. Most valuable lesson I've learned from... Valuable lesson I've learned is the old saying that blood is thicker than water is often bullshit. That even though you can not choose your family, I find it actually the other way around, that you can't choose your friends. Your friends are people that just come into your life and just completely turn it upside down and make it better, but there are also people that come into your life, turn it upside down and leave it upside down, who claim to be your friends.
Or your family.
Or your family, that's another good one. Moving on, before we get too depressed, are you sticking with dating that girl as your answer, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the most memorable act of kindness you've ever experienced?
Jokes on you, everyone who I have in my life are not the kindest, most loving people. We're all very insulting. Thank you. Homeless guy in Birmingham. It was pissing down with rain. He had a tarpaulin over, and there was this woman trying to cross the road up in Birmingham, one of the main side roads in Birmingham. Fucking water pipe had burst, so it was flooded across. And he took his tarpaulin off and put it across the water just so she wouldn't get her heels dirty. And it's the most memorable act of kindness I've seen. It's also the most horrible thing I've ever seen, because she walked across the tarpaulin, got into a brand new BMW 5 Series and drove off. And left him. Drove over the tarpaulin, just completely fucking left him. It was the most horrible. It was the kindest thing I've ever seen from his point of view, the most horriblest thing I've ever seen from his point of view. Actually, do you want to know what the most, not kindness, but the most thing that in my opinion, if you want to see true emotion, is find someone who's homeless who's only ever got a dog. You will never see a connection like that again, like that. Yeah.
That's mine. What's yours? Sorry, your head to end on a like morbid. Again, really very depressing. I know, yeah, depressing. What's yours?
I don't have one for this, to be honest.
Very one-sided pod at the minute.
Yep.
Move on.
Yep.
Oh no, it's... What hobby have you always wanted to pick up? I mean, the problem is I do most of the hobbies I want to do. I stream, I have a podcast, I game. I've got hobbies that I can't currently do because of the situation I'm in. Like, I've always liked, I used to do this with my bikes, I like picking up a 200, 300, 400 quid shed and turn it into a champmobile. Stupid wheels, me and my dad used to do it when I was younger. When I was like 17, 18, we used to buy, we had a Rover 25, Rover 214, Seat Ibiza, Seat Leon, did a Mini. We just bought them, slammed them, stupid stereo, stupid speakers, subwoofer at the back, put it on wheels, sell it for 3 times as much. And I lived in Birmingham, so there's no fucking... there's no shortage of chavs in fucking Birmingham who want stupid cars. So I'd love to do that again, because it's a nice way of picking up money, but I also enjoy modifying things. I'm the kind of person, let's say I get a new CPU for my PC, I will bloody love ripping my PC apart and putting it back together. I just love tinkering.
See, that's a hobby I'd like to get into, but then I've got very fat and clumsy fingers.
What, tinkering with shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, it's dexterity.
Viably.
It's practice makes perfect. Just don't practice with your own PC, practice someone else's so they can fuck someone else's shit up. You've still got a game.
Alright, let me tinker with your PC then.
Fun with that one, pal.
Go and ask Kika. He's a dumbass. If you became a dictator, how would you rule the country? Well, I'm ready for this, motherfucker.
Go on then.
Every racist person in the country would be hung, strung, and quartered by the night's end. First thing I would do, I would outlaw racism. Any sort of crime that is 100% provable will have a life penalty. Not death, life. You want to remove crime, you lower the fucking thing down. But I tell you what else I'd do. I'd completely fucking renationalise this country. I'd bring back all the rail transport, bus services, the lot. I'd bring it all. Yeah, we'd be broke for a few years, but we wouldn't be outsourcing our NHS and shit to different fucking companies. And then I would bring back the old. This is something I would do. This is probably going to be a stupid idea, but I would bring back all the old car companies: Triumph, Austin, Rover. Maybe not MG, things like that, and I'd renationalise them so they'd be government owned, so that you wouldn't be losing your money to shareholders. The money would be coming straight back into the country. Every car you sell would be refinancing your country.
Small.
But instantly, first thing I would do is change the voting regulations in this country from first past the post to majority rule, because we have a fucking archaic voting system in this country. I'd also fucking get rid of the House of Lords, and I'd disband the Tory party because they're wankers. Next, your question, your answer.
Would have everyone from government to bin men, wage wise.
You're communist.
Yep, everyone is getting a fair, decent pay across the board.
If you are aware, I am a avid lover of historical programs, so I will sit and watch history programs till the day ends. On paper, communism works because everyone's on the same footing. The problem is you always have the ruling elite, which are always going to get more. And that's where it kind of... Because instead of being... Take Russia, for instance, back in... After the Second World War, during the Second World War, during the Cold War, when it was communist, you always had the rule that everyone's on the same wage, whether you're a doctor, tank driver, bus driver, nurse, teacher, you're meant to be on the same wage. But the politicians who ruled the country were always going to get paid more. They were always getting more money, and it's always that's why that system is unfair. But then you've got the capitalist system, which we currently live in, which allows the 1% people who are the richest people in the country to have more money than the other 99% of the country. Another rule I would bring if I was a dictator is if you are earning more a year than 3 times than what your family household needs, the rest of it will be taxed and taken away from you. I will cap maximum earnings.
I think that's really where I was going with that, to be honest.
Tell you what else I'd do, and this one would be written into law. Any person who wishes to rule this country must live on basic universal credit for 6 months.
Again, you're going to the point of where I'm going, or went with that question or answer, really.
A question for you that's not on the pardon. Have you noticed a change in the country in the last 6 to 12 months? Since COVID?
There definitely has been a...
tighter, cost of living's biting out of everyone's arse. But I don't know, the more people I'm a bit more political than you are, and the more people I talk to, the more people... The more people I talk to, the more people are beginning to turn around and say, the Tories have got to go. We're done with the Tories now. We need to move on. We need a Labour Party to come back and fix the country. I tell you, the problem is as well. You point to me a politician, and I'll point to you a fucking liar. You a politician, are you?
Yep.
I've never met a politician who wasn't a bald-faced liar. I mean, I've met Boris Johnson, for fuck's sake.
Have you?
Twice. One of my students called him a cunt. One of the only times I gave that kid a high five. To be fair, the kid was a bit of a prick, but met him twice.
You know my pathological fear of spiders.
Yes.
If I was locked in a room with a gun and 2 bullets with Boris Johnson, Donald Trump, and the spider from Lord of the Rings, I'd shoot Boris Johnson in the head and Donald Trump in the head, and I'd let the spider eat me. That's how much I passionately dislike them 2 people. But we are going to go down a conversation that's most likely going to get half of America to hate me.
Alright, let's give this one then.
Yeah, get this one. Next. 3 TV shows do you wish you could rewatch again for the first time? We've done
Already
this one.
had this
I
one.
was going to say, we've done this one. I can't even remember my bloody answers for that one. If you could meet your future self, what advice would you ask for? Drop something.
Is that what you'd ask?
Yeah, that's what I'd ask. I mean, there's the obvious ones like next week's lottery numbers.
Yeah.
Who wins the FA Cup in 2030 so I can put a bet on it? Who wins the World Cup and the Euros this year so I can put a bet on it? Does it all work out in the end? Does AI come alive and fuck us all over? Are we batteries in the future? Is Skynet, Matrix, or Cylons in our future? That's what I want to know.
Do we ever make it big on the podcast?
Yeah,
Or
make it big on the pod. I like how I've gone for like the fate of the globe, and you've gone. Is our podcast all right? Did we do good? 2 very different thoughts there.
Did we do alright? On social media, was we good? Were we big?
Were we big? Top 3 most embarrassing songs.
That we have on our phone. That
I'm
we
guessing
listen to.
it just says top 3 most embarrassing songs, so I'm guessing top 3 most embarrassing songs that we listen to, have on our phones, or know. Peter Andre, Mysterious Girl. But it gets on one out of the way now. Is it Take That?
I want it that way.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Again, I don't like these songs, but I have them on my phone and I listen to them. Very, 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 very
So
occasionally.
these are more guilty pleasures.
Yeah, that's probably a better way of saying it. Guilty pleasure songs.
Oh, what was it? Spirit in the Sky. I want to see who sung that again.
So many different versions of that song.
I'm thinking more original. No.
Going on up
Oh.
to the spirit in the sky.
I can't think of his name. When you tell me his name, or when I see his name,
The
I'll be
original
like,
song was done by Norman Greenbaum.
so yeah, definitely
But-
not him.
Doctor and the Medics. That's the most well-known one.
No,
Then you had Gareth Gates and the Kumars.
that's who I was thinking of.
That
Gareth Gates.
that song again. That song completely killed the career
It is.
of every single person who's ever sung it. I like the song. I hate the Gareth Gates version. I think that was wank. But I do like the song. I like the Doctor and the Medics version the best.
I mean, I'll tell you a guilty band I love. Busted. Yeah. There's obviously the back in the early 2000s version. Hey, I was
2000.
at least 7,
I was at least set. What year were you born? Probably the better question.
94,
So you were 6.
6,
Yeah,
7.
I was 10. I remember the year 2000. I remember the year 1999.
Jokes on you, I don't.
Joke's on you, I'm OG 90s, bitch. All the other...
Hey.
I was 1990, all you, the rest of you are just fake 90s. You come after,
Hey.
we're the OG ones.
Hey. Hey, mid 90s.
Exactly.
The good side of mid 90s, may I add. 94. At least it's not 96.
At that point, 96 was shit. I'm trying to think of any other embarrassing songs, but I can't think of any right now.
Thunderbirds are go.
That's
Bastard.
no, the one. There's actually another Thunderbird song called "FAB" by MC Parker, and it's just the actual dolls from Thunderbirds, Captain Scarlet, Stingray, doing a song to a 90s dance beat. It's actually quite good. It's annoyingly good. Kyla hates it, but I love it. I'm trying to think, but I really don't have that many what I would consider embarrassing songs. I mean, I listen to the...
It is subjective to a certain
Yeah,
point.
it really is. Because I listen to... Brian just turned to shit. I listen to like Star Trek soundtrack on LP, and I've got it on my iTunes. I listen to Lord of the Rings soundtracks. I listen to Babylon 5 soundtracks, Star Wars soundtracks, apart from the recent ones, then go Subballs. You know, I listen to a lot of...
The short story of this question is pass, because it's very subjective.
Subjective. It is very, very subjective.
Is the best way to answer that.
I've got one. Pick me. I've got two.
No,
I've got
no,
three.
We're not picking a pick me guy.
I've got three.
No,
I've got two honorable mentions and one law that I would bring in right now if I could.
I've got one, but I don't know if I can get away with saying it.
Honourable mentions first. I would increase the motorway speed limit to 100 miles an hour. And I would remove all speed cameras from the motorway. You get over the initial... Look at the German road network. They have the least amount of crashes in Europe, I think it is. And their roads, like, you could... The law for the Autobahn is you can go as quick as your vehicle is legally safe to do so. So if your car can do 140, you can do 140. If your car can do 250, you can do 250. Let's be honest, who on the motorway, apart from caravan owners, are doing 70 miles an hour?
Lorry drivers at a push.
Clearly you ain't been down the M20 at rush hour, mate. Them motherfuckers are doing light speed. I remember when I was used to drive back from my old job up in North Rochester, North Kent. I used to put my cruise because I'm a cruise control driver. I was always cruise control on, left hand lane, just music on, chilling. Sometimes. And I remember one time because I've actually got the picture. There was this truck who went past with. Do you know "The Brick in the Wall" by Pink Floyd? We don't need no.
Yeah.
It's called the album. The actual album is called "Brick in the Wall." The song's actually called "Another Brick in the Wall" Part 2, I think. And there was actually a truck with the album art for "A Brick in the Wall." It's basically just a white wall with "Brick in the Wall" written on it. And I thought, oh, fuck, that's sick. I want a picture of that. So we were stuck in traffic, nicked a picture. And about 5-10 miles later, traffic eased, I was doing 70. And I was chilling at 70, and next thing you know, this truck just arseholes past me in the left-hand lane. I mean, arseholes it past me. And I'm in a 5 Series doing about 70. Ish. Said ish. It was closer to 70 than it was 0. And it's closer to 70 than it was 100. Let's put it that way. My rule that I would bring in... Actually, I'm going to be right back because my stuff's about to arrive. And we're back, just like we said we'd be back. Okay, right. I've got two laws for this, and I know I said one, but I've actually got two laws for this. First one, I would instantly.
Three.
Yeah, no, I've already done one. I would the motorway one. I would instantly legalize marijuana. Think about it. You need people.
That's a smart one, because people always get munchies.
Cheers!
They'll always boost the economy.
I was gonna clean my room, but then I got high. Yeah, but think about it, right? Let's forget the munchies part. That's a good byproduct. But think about just a lot. You need factories to produce it. You need people to pack it. You need people to test it. I volunteer as tribute. You need people to sell it. You need the shops to sell it. You need the people to cultivate and grow it. You need the experts to get the best strains, the stuff that doesn't fuck you up, the stuff that makes you really mellow, the stuff that makes you hungry. Billions to the economy that would be. People off the rock and roll. You take the drugs away from the people that are cutting it with the dangerous stuff. You take it away from the people that are causing people harm, and you put it in the hands of professionals who know what the fuck they're doing. And then you give them a pay. And let's be honest, there's drug dealers out there that are earning a wage out of it anyway. At least put them on so you can tax it. Fucking tax it. More people die of alcohol every day than ever will of smoking weed. That's my thoughts.
Possible, or it's really difficult.
Death by munchies.
To overdose on weed.
I've never known anyone to overdose on weed. I've never heard of it, but it could possibly happen. I suppose some people have weaknesses to it, I suppose. Have you got a law?
No. Again, this isn't a me subject.
That's one. I would create special branches that, you know, when a dog has to be put down because it's bitten someone or it's mauled someone,
Yeah.
the owners should face the punishment and not the animal.
Yeah.
Like they do for kiddie fiddlers and stuff like that. They put them on special registers. Oh, dog owners should be on the same. I'm going to go as far as say animal owners, not just dogs, because you can get people who treat cats badly. The owners should face the punishment. The animal should be taken into a care and retrained, because an animal can learn. That is learned behaviour. No dog. I have never met a dog that's been inherently vicious. I mean, fuck me. One of my mates had a Doberman when I was a kid. Fucking thing was a soppy twat. I had a Staffordshire Bull Terrier when me and the missus first got together called Tilly. Dopey thing. Dopey dog.
Yeah, my mate had a Staffy Cross Corgi.
I think it's one of the one you do dog sitting for.
It passed away. That's the one I was talking about. That was the one I was actually just talking about.
In Cheltenham.
Yeah, it was a Staffy Cross Corgi. He was the most dopiest ball bag you'll ever come across. It's like you walk into his place, he'll start barking. You sit down, he'll shut up. You stand up to go out, to go again, starts barking again.
Tilly was like,
Not viciously barking, just like, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Hey, what are you getting up? What are you going? What are you doing? What are you doing?
come please, I'm going to the toilet. And you come with me when I go to the toilet. Yeah, but you're a dog. That's what I would instantly do. I would stop persecuting the animals for what the owners are clearly incapable of doing.
Yeah.
I mean, there are people out there with like proper Alaskan Huskies, proper wolf pack animals, and they're fine. It's all about how you raise the animal. It's not about how.
Because I mean, talking about that, look at like domestic wolves, lions, stuff like that.
My wife wants a bedroom cat.
You can domesticate even the biggest, most ferocious
That's what marriage is, mate.
Yeah.
It's just basically domestication. That's what marriage is for blokes. Before a woman meets us and makes us men, we are just animals. Beforehand, you are an animal.
I am
not.
an animal.
I'm domesticated. I'm litter trained.
I'm not.
I'm litter trained. That's my litter train ring. That is. Next question before I get battered.
Yep.
The first question I added to the pod.
And yeah, now I've had a bit of time to look into it.
Stupid. So stupid. So fucking stupid.
So confusingly stupid.
Right. There's currently a rule.
Two blues, red.
Right. There's currently a rule where if a player gets injured and he's down for a certain amount of time, he has to leave the field of play for 30 seconds. Teams are already bitching about that. Could you imagine being 10 men down for 10 minutes? Could you imagine Birmingham City versus, I don't know, Southampton? We're playing them, I think, soon. And we lose, I don't know, John Ruddy because of a blue card for 10 minutes. Yeah. Can you imagine the outcry of violence there'll be from the away stands or the home stands, wherever we're playing? It'd be fucking murder. That is, leave the game of football as it was fucking intended. You've already fucked with it with VAR, and they can't even get that right 9 times out of fucking 10. Stop fucking with it. Sorry, I have very specific feelings about this. How do you feel about it?
It is just such a dumb rule.
It's an American rule. It's meant to be from, I think rugby do it as well. They have a penalty box, I think. I know I'm not a rugby fan. I'll be honest, I'm not. Next question?
Yeah. We have had that one.
Where I'm a normal size, but everything else is bigger than me. What's the strangest or most unique tradition you've encountered in a different culture? I'm from Birmingham. Go down the road, and there's a different culture. I mean, I loved growing up in Birmingham, man, because you could walk. Like, you go to Birmingham, you go to town, you go up the ramp where the Mackey's was, and there'd be, like, Asian fellas, Chinese people, Japanese people, white, black. It didn't fucking matter. It really didn't. The amount of people that you just end up... I tell you what I fucking love about Birmingham, and again, I live down south England now, so I live on the south coast of England where everyone's like, oh, y'all. What I love about Birmingham is when I went shopping in Birmingham for Christmas, every single person said Merry Christmas to me. If I open the door for someone, oh, thank you, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Buy someone at the shop, Merry Christmas. Do not get that down south.
It depends where down south, because here, where I live, southwest, especially in my little town, everyone's kind of like, oh, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas.
You get the old generation that are like it. You get my generation up, which some are, some aren't. Then you get the younger generation that just chavs.
Yeah.
Chavs down the southeast of England, mate. A lot of them. But I can't really answer that because, again, it's not strange. I tell you what, it's not strange. It's not even unique. But what I used to love, when I was 16, I used to work at Mackey's. I was always doing the night shifts. So I was working with all the Asian friends, and when they did, I think it was Eid, they'd have to fast for a certain period of time. Please correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, because I am not good on religion, I'll be honest. But I think it's Eid.
Your memory.
Yeah, again, I've slept a lot since then, and I've drank a lot since then as well, so it could be pickled. But what they used to do is they could only eat from certain times. They'd bring a load of food in, like samosas, pakoras, like great food. But they'd only eat like 2 or 3 things. I was about to say god awful, but I do apologize, it was brilliant. And because it was only me and my other mate, I'm going to say it as it is, we were the only white lads who did the night shift. They used to eat like 2 or 3 out this massive plate of 30 and leave us to eat the rest. We were just like, alright, and we used to love it because they'd spend like 10 minutes in the back, like 20 to 30 minutes in the back doing what they're going to do while me and Chris will run around like arseholes. And then they'd be like, alright, we'll do the rest while you go for a fag and, have some food. Like, grand. So we'd go for a fag. And then we go eat some food, and it would just plates full of just samosas, homemade samosas and pakoras that are still warm, and I miss those days.
Sound nice, to be honest.
Like trays like that, mate. proper big, like A3P paper-sized trays, every inch just covered in food with every type of Asian dipping sauce you could possibly. But mate, it was lovely. Same when I worked in the garages, because I used to work. Because when I left Mackey's, I went to work in the garages on the trade, and the amount of because there was a black fella I used to work with, a Jamaican fella. Was he Caribbean? I can't remember. He was a blue nose. He was sitting in the Tilton Road end, and he invited me round for a barbecue one weekend, and I'd never been to a proper Jamaican barbecue before. I left. I was like 4 stone heavier. Oh, food was
that's great. It's
amazing.
Just symbolise it. West Indies.
Again, the thing is with Birmingham, it's one of those places where it is a melting pot of cultures, Birmingham. And that's why I've got no time for racists. I have absolutely 0% time for racism, 100% way, because I was brought up in a city where your best mate could be of mixed descent.
Yeah.
And he could have white British, black British, Asian British, whatever in his bloodstream. And it didn't matter. My first real experience from what I saw of racism was actually when I moved down south. In Birmingham, yes, you heard it, but again, the language of choice used, what some people would consider racist, in Birmingham was a term of endearment.
Yeah, that's what I was literally just about to say. It depends how you inflect what you're saying. Yeah. I mean, like with us, we say some of the most like horrible
things we say to each other.
Yeah, stuff. But
well, we're friends. That's what we do.
It's not even us really take it as offense because we know it's not coming from a place of hate.
Well, you know what I love? I love when Kiko tries to do what he does to you to me, and I just won't let him. And you can see how it winds him up, and I'm just like, I love it, you salty little bitch. I fucking love it. I refuse to let that boy try and fucking emotionally beat me. I refuse, and I'm never going to let him. But I agree. Like, okay, I'm not going to say some of the things I've heard said in Birmingham because they are. In the wider context, they can be construed as racist, so I'm not going to say it, and I haven't said those things. But I have heard terms be said to different races in Birmingham, and it not be, oh my god, you said this. It's just been, oh, you're right, white boy, how you doing? I mean, I used to work, I did a very brief period working door to door for Talk. We went to Luton, and it was me, a Sikh fella, a Muslim guy, and a black kid. I can't remember the fucking names now. I was only working there for 6 months. I still speak to the Bangladeshi guy, but very rarely. He's got my email. He emails me like once a year. And we were known as, and again, I don't mean this in a racist term, we were known as the mixed race team because we had every colour. All the other teams were like white, black, blah, blah, blah. But we were known as the mixed race team. We got a long house on fire. I was the only blue nose. The black lad was a Villa fan. I let his tyre down on his car once. He's a Villa fan, I had to. The Bangladeshi geezer loved cricket. He tried to talk to me about it, and like every time he tried to talk to me about it, I was just like,
I don't want to be rude, but
I've told him I don't understand cricket. I fucking do not understand it at all. Yet he continued to try. And he still continues to try. I don't. Anyway, and I think the Asian Muslim kid. I think he was a cricket fan as well. Actually, no, football. He was Man United. But we'd spent like even after when I left, for months afterwards, because I got fucking sick and tired of it. On the way to Luton, that's where I got the nickname "the whitest person alive." Because we stayed in this really shitty hotel. It was like the worst. It was like 99p a night kind of hotel. And our company was like, yeah, we got you a nice hotel. You can go stay. Like, sweet, send us the deets. We got there. Drove back down in my mate's Audi A3. We got there. And you just opened the door and were like, where's the other rooms? We've only got one bed. Are you 4 blokes in what the fuck? So I was just like, yeah, I'm sleeping on the fucking floor. And that night, I got woken up at 4 in the morning by, I think his name was, I can't fucking remember his name, the Bangladeshi kid turning around to me and saying, "Could you please tone down your whiteness? You're keeping me awake." I was just like, yeah, all right, I'll try. Cheers, mate. I woke up that morning with his duvet on me, my duvet on me, and a pillowcase over my face. I was like, cheers, fellas. Thanks, lads. I got them all back. It's fine. I won't say how I got them back because some of them would have been illegal, but I got them back. Let's just put it that way. And it was all bants. But again, that question, like, I mean, you're from Birmingham. Obviously, you didn't spend as much time there as I did. You're getting to know your own Brummie culture properly. But I can't answer that question. I really can't because it's such a difficult one to answer just because of Birmingham.
I mean, I did have an answer for that.
Oh, go on.
Trinidad and Tobago.
Trinidad and Tabasco sauce, as my dad calls them.
Yep.
Yep, don't know why. Sorry, carry on.
Because, again, it's just the West Indies culture.
It's your mum from...
It's my mum from the West Indies.
Where's your dad from, if you don't mind me asking? Or do you not know?
I want to say it's around... I honestly wouldn't be able to tell you. I was going to, ask her, or... Oh, I'd ask my mum.
Yeah. Obviously, again...
Actually, that's a... Okay, this isn't part of it. Skip to the next question now. Yeah. But I've just got a following. How would you pronounce? Just a quick little thing. The person who bathed you, abbreviated to 3 letters. Oh, see, that's where we're different. You'd say mom. I'd say mum.
An odd one in Birmingham because most people would say mum. I don't know why I've always said mum.
See, I'd say mum, or if my mother wasn't listening to me, I'd be like, mother.
My mum, I don't know if I've told you this, my mum's fully deaf in one ear and she only has half an eardrum in the other ear, so she's like 99% deaf. And even with a hearing aid in, me and my dad can have a conversation at pretty much this volume and my mum just could be completely oblivious. So we used to sit there, and we've done it a few times recently. We used to sit there and be like, "Stay silent, mum, if I could buy a car." Yeah, I thought so. And the amount of times my dad's been like, "Thinking of buying another Range Rover," you know. I was like, "You have a word in mum?" I was like, "Yeah, all right." Yeah, she's not interested. The amount of times he used to every single. My mum still to this day, like, I love my mum to pieces, but she can't say the word McManaman or Paxo.
What the hell? And what the hell is the first word?
McManaman used to be an old footballer. I think it was Nick McManaman, I think. And my mum never used to be able to say the word McManaman. She always goes McManaman. I don't know why. And Paxo, she just goes pack. She cannot say it. But I think the funniest one of my mum's ever done, I was in the car with a sibling of mine, and we were talking about usage, if you get my meaning.
Yeah.
And this is back when I was young and brash and stupid, and we were talking about all the things we'd done, and we thought my mum didn't hear. And 20 minutes were going on about weed and this and that and the other and raves and this and that and drinking, and my mum out the blue turned around and goes, "I've done Beecham's powders." Fuck me, the car just erupted in laughter because there's me, my sister, my brother, my dad. We're all talking about stuff, and my dad's going on about it like he used to. He was born in the '60s, to be fair. He was probably born on it. And my mum just turns around and goes, "Yeah, I've done Beecham's powders." Oh, mate, I laughed so hard my stomach hurt for an hour because my mum's just so innocent. And then there was the time we went to Amsterdam. She opened the window and said, "The sun smells funny over here." I don't know. I don't fucking woman's strange. Love her to pieces, but she's strange. If you could witness any event in history, what would you choose to see and why?
Why am I feeling we've had this question?
We have, because I said Queen in Wembley.
Bin it off then.
Bin it off. I say one more, then we'll open up to the chat, see if anyone wants to say, and then we'll call it at that point.
Yeah.
What's something you've always wanted to do but haven't had the courage to try yet? For you, pegging.
Damn it, I was going to make that kind of joke.
I knew you were, that's why I got there first. To go on a one-man submarine, but I am absolutely petrified of the sea. I live by the sea.
I've got... This is more of a what's on your bucket list question.
Let's give us... Let's fuck this off. Go back to the main screen. Bucket list this bitch.
But isn't that what that question was?
Yeah, exactly, basically what the question is.
What's your bucket list?
Yeah, so bucket list this bitch. Give me a bucket list. Well, for you, it'd be having sex. That'd be quite...
Now, for me... Go into, like, a wolf habitat. And getting eaten alive.
That's the thing on your bucket list, then, really, isn't it, if you think about it? Because you can't do any much after that.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Tis but a flesh wound. I mean, I can understand that one.
Like you. Then I took getting eaten alive to the knee.
Got took eaten alive to the knee. I can understand that. I have actually been in the presence of a wolf, and they are the most majestic creatures you'll ever see. Absolutely beautiful the way they hold themselves. I mean, I'm a dog person. I've always been a dog person, but recently over my time, I've actually started to notice how nice cats are. Not in the sense of, oh, I like that cat, because most cats are autistic little dickheads, and my cat's just a prick. But it's actually quite funny because he's not a prick to me. He's a prick to everyone else in the place, but he loves me. He will happily come and sit on me, and he won't bite me, won't scratch me. He'll just lick and purr me. But the second my eldest gets near him, that's it. He's like Rocky with Ivan Drago, and he just goes for it. It's funny. Not gonna lie, I've trained him well. Good. What's one of my bucket list?
I can list off a few, Scott, for me at least. Skydiving.
Done it.
Because I'd be shit scared to begin with. I know for a fact I'd be shit scared. But then after, like, after I've been, like, eaten out...
I can tell you from personal experience. There is a moment where your arsehole is the tightest it is ever going to be. Because you have to do it in what's called tandem. You have to do it with other people. I can't remember how many now. It's been a long time since I went. So I'm holding on to my fucking harness, and I am shitting my pants because I don't like heights. I don't like heights. My dad's a pilot. I've been flying. I almost have my pilot's license myself. I don't fucking like heights. If it's higher than 2 steps, fuck off. I ain't doing it. I will do it, but I will swear internally. So I'm at just before the door, and I can hear him in my left ear. He's going, ready? And I'm going, no, but you're going to anyway, because I've got no fucking choice. I'm at the fucking doorway. There's like 4 other people behind us. I have no choice. So I'm stood there, I'm like, fuck. And he goes, 3, 2. And on the 1, he just fucking pulls out. He just goes on the 1, because you're not expecting it. Only dogs could hear the noise I was making on the way down. There were dogs over the south of England going shitting heck because I was just squealing the entire way down. But the second time I did it, I didn't have that problem. He actually went on 0 this time because I was expecting him to go on 1. So the reason he does that is because when you go 0, your first reaction is to let go and try and hold the door. Once you've done it once, you kind of like, I know what's coming. The second time I did it, the second I left the plane, it was like, all of your worries leave you and stay on the plane behind, And in that exact moment, you realise one of two things are about to happen. A, you're going to fall for the rest of your life, whether it be 30 seconds or 80 years if the parachute opens. Luckily for me, the parachute opened and it was 8 years. But that was one of my nightmares, just open it and your lunchbox falling out or something. Like a proper cartoon, like an Acme weight just landing there, just looking at the camera, blink, blink, phew. That was one of my fears, but I recommend doing it. It's so much fun. Paragliding as well, again, so much fun, so much fun. I'd do that again in a heartbeat. I'd take you parasailing, that'd be fucking hilarious.
Why not?
Send it. I'm still trying to. The problem is, I did a lot of stupid shit when I was younger. I did a lot of stuff in my previous lives that most people would consider adventurous. Like, I have gone on bike road trips where me and my mates have just gone to the pub, flicked a dart at the dartboard and gone, right, we're riding to tip of Scotland. Let's do the NC 500. Oh, what are you doing the weekend? I've got a new bike. Fancy going to France if we have to. We've been through the Eurotunnel and gone to France on our bikes. We've gone on ferries to Amsterdam on cheap. I mean, my mate took. We got given we were working at a place up in Birmingham up on Trinity Street, round the corner to the Blues Ground. And our gaffer went to us. He was like, "You've got two choices. I've got like £3,000 in the pot. I can throw a Christmas party, or I could give you the money and we could buy cheap cars and we'd go on a road trip." There's only like 6 of us. So I was like, fuck it, let's just buy cheap cars. We'll all two of us will get together, so we'll go in pairs and we'll pick a car and we'll take it in turns of driving it. So my mate picked, because I was with, we called him Danta. He's about 6'6" Mongolian geezer. He was a fucking Mongol and all. Proper geezer used to stick the crowns up his nose. This one tastes like strawberry. That kind of kid. So he was with me. There was Gareth, Ian, my manager Darren. Then there was his wife Megan, who was the receptionist. And then there was young Jake, old Jake, literally 70 years between them. And we got told we had 600 quid to spend on a car. So me and my mate got together and we went, let's add a little bit more to it. So we put about £1,000 together. We got a really nice BMW E46 convertible, 3-litre petrol, turbo added on, fucking 6-speed auto, fucking awesome. Well, sorry, 6-speed manual, was fucking beautiful. My mate decided, in his infinite wisdom, to buy a Fiat Panda for £150 and then spend the remaining of the money on beer. The plan was great until he realised that his person who was meant to be his co-driver was an alcoholic. And the beer did not last to the Eurotunnel. It was drank before he reached London. It was that bad. So we spent like 3 days just chucking up all down the side of his car. And we drove all the way around Amsterdam, tried to go to Germany but got sent back because my roommates had a problem in Germany. I can't remember what it was, that was fucking long ago. Ended up going to Belgium and then got into a fight with a random guy in Belgium because I parked my car and the guy literally came out and had a go at me because I parked in his spot and I was like, where's your fucking name? Everyone else parked here, why can't I park here? Get the fuck. So yeah, I had a fight in the middle of Belgium. Not on my bucket list, but fuck it, it was there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what else I'd like to do on my bucket list. Apart from visit space. I'd like to punch Donald Trump in the dick. Well, I like, poof, right in the nutsack, you know what I mean?
As you do.
Formula 1 car.
Yeah. There's some stuff that I wish could be on my bucket list, but for reasons outside of that, I know will never happen. Only in like particular cars and stuff like that.
Is I'm a mechanic, so I've been brought up around cars. For me, I'm trying to teach my son this as well. Every car to me, every vehicle to me, every machine to me is a lady, and you treat them right. You treat them appropriately. It's what fucking annoys me with the car I've currently got, because you can tell they haven't looked after her. And she's crying to be looked after. I fucking hate it. I hate seeing cars, lovely cars, that are not looked after. There's a guy, Hastings, I think. He's got a beautiful original E30 convertible in black. Oh, mate, the thing is car porn on 4 wheels. And it's dirty. And he only takes it out like once every 2 weeks. And I'm like, mate, give me your car. Let me thrash the fuck out of it, please. Let me rack the shit out of your car, mate. Please. Because I'd give it back in a better condition, I know. Are we calling it there, or do you want to open it up to the chats?
Can open it up.
Okay, it is right. It is our time, 1:10. So we'll give it to 1:15. Any questions you want to ask, drop them in the chat. Again, it doesn't have to be deep or philosophical. It could be something stupid like, what's the worst Lego piece to stand on?
Me and or everything.
I'm definitely thinking of changing some of the questions we already have. Like, again, what's the worst Lego piece to stand on? The singular studs.
Oh,
I'm a dad. Trust me on it. It hurts. You know those fire pits where people walk across them to test their bravery? I'll be alright with that.
Yeah.
I'll be sound. I've walked on Lego at 3 in the morning, not made a sound. I'm hardcore. Watching late last night, I couldn't sleep. I was watching a thing last night where I can't remember who it was, but he turned around and said that we should change all of our frontline soldiers to pregnant women. I agree. Sorry, my wife was scary enough when she was pregnant. When Kyla gave birth to our last, William, our son, I went out for a fag. She was resting up. I went out for a fag. And in the room next to us, there was another young couple, and he went out for a fag, and he was like, oh, you in the room next to me? I was like, yeah. And she was just like, top-notch soprano belting it. And the guy turned around to me and went, your wife's fucking scary, ain't she? I was like, what do you mean? Like, my wife's screaming. Your wife just goes, That's all she did. That's all she did. 10 minutes after giving birth to our middle one, she was in McDonald's eating a Big Mac. I shit you not. She discharged herself from Heartlands Hospital in Birmingham, walked across the main roundabout, and went for a Big Mac.
Why not?
Bitch is hardcore. Like, I stuck my toe off the sofa and I'm down for like 30 fucking minutes. It takes me 45 minutes to get out of bed because of my back nowadays. Well, I'm not seeing anything in the chat, mate.
No one's even in the YouTube one.
Yeah. So we call it now.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for everyone who was watching. So we'll be back, same place, same time next week. My name is Luke.
My name is Booker.
And we have been chewing the fat.